man, the importance of academics, especially where
Mhm.
you are now with higher ed, which we'll get into later. But tell
Mhm.
people the importance of focusing on your academics, especially as a student athlete.
Yeah, man, it's a student athlete is everything. I know coaches will tell you your best availability, the best availability is availability, and then everybody equate that to an injury, being not being injured, being able to actually physically play. You got to have the grades to physically play too,
For sure.
and that's always and I think that was my main thing going into high school. In order to play, I got to make sure that my grades are where they need to be. Because I knew my mom, she snatched me off the team, like she ain't cared too
Your
much.
mom didn't. I know your mom didn't play.
Yeah, so she would snatch me off the team, and she had. I mean, when I struggled a little bit my freshman year, coming into high school, smelling yourself a little bit, it's a new environment. I missed a couple games because I wasn't holding up my end of the deal in the classroom. But that's the best thing that you can do is stay on top of your grades and care about them, because that's what's going to putting work in the classroom and holding yourself accountable in the classroom. That's what's going to carry you and motivate you and give you that discipline to be a good employee or a business leader or business owner, or whatever profession you go into. Those principles you learn as far as holding yourself accountable in regards to your self-education, that's going to take you way longer than any discipline you can learn playing a sport, because that died like that life, that part of your life is going to have an expiration date on it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So when you go to that job and you learning new skills and stuff like that, you got to draw back on. When you came home and you sat down and you did the algebra 1 homework that you really didn't want to do, or you wrote that paper from um, CP English or something like that, man. That's one of the most important things you can do is hold yourself accountable and really care about your education.
That's what I'm talking about. And here's the thing, man. Too, everybody ain't gonna be no Uncle Drew. You know what I mean? Everybody,
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So
yeah,
you got to be able to take that seriously, man.
hmm
And that everybody's not going pro. Isn't it like 1% of people go pro or
Yes,
something like
yes.
that?
It is extreme. It's extremely even before going pro. We was talking about this a little bit too. It's extremely hard to actually get a an actual college scholarship for sports. It is extremely hard, and this is not just a Division 1 scholarship, Division 2, NAI, any of that. The competition level for those 12 to 15 spots that coach has is immense, and what a lot of student athletes don't understand. Yeah, some students have full scholarships, but those schools and those athletic budgets, especially smaller schools, they can only full scholarships 7 out of the 15. So the rest of those guys are on partial. They're using financial aid, and if you don't have the grades to get an academic scholarship to help out with that, you paying a lot of money, or you just ain't gonna have the opportunity. So, I
Yep.
mean, it all works. It all works together for sure.
Because with Division 3, there's no scholarships, right?
There's no scholarships in Division 3 now. That's where being a good student really pays off, because you can get a lot of academic merit money coming in through the door based off your high school's test scores and GPA. Or now it's kind of transitioning to they're looking at your leadership, what you do in the 4 years as far as your student activity involvement and stuff like that. So it pays off.